Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So this is the last of this series for the Voltaic benchmarks on Kovacs. Again, these videos, we cover aim guides, and this one specifically is improving your speed between your target switching. Remember, the goal of this series is to really focus on your weak spots based on all the benchmarks, all of the episodes in the series, and really highlight maybe what you're weakest on, and then focus in on that, because that's what's going to help you really improve your mouse control and improve your overall hand-eye coordination and aim. Again, these benchmarks, as I mentioned earlier, are made possible by the Voltaic community. Got a link in the description down below. If this is helpful, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. My setup again remains the same as all the prior episodes, so I'm not going to rinse and repeat it. All reminders stay in effect because this is the last episode of the series, so I recommend checking out the other prior episodes. Real quick to notate, for the benchmarks, Voltaic has moved Bounce 180 tracking to evasive, and Psalm target switching Voltaic easy to speed. So there is a switcheroo. Now, because the prior video I've already covered it, I'm going to leave Bounce 180 tracking in this episode, even though that applies to evasive, but I'm just highlighting that as the benchmarks. They recategorize just slightly. Now let's start with Vox target switching Voltaic easy. This is one I got masters in a prior video on YouTube. Vox is fantastic for building speed between targets and working primarily on target switching. It seems I slowed down a bit. I was honing in on my aim. I need to grind this back out because I know I could easily get right back on track to masters. But prior, this was a scenario I really pushed hard on that improved my aim, especially on Apex, as well as Battlefield, that I really enjoyed. The scores are 75 for silver, 85 for gold, 95 for platinum, and 105 is diamond. Now up next, Pat target switch. This is a classic of Kovacs and was one of the first ones that I ever grinded for, and it was the first score I ever got in masters at Kovacs. This is fantastic as it builds a strong basis for your target switching. But one tip I can help as you continue to improve on target switching is to always hold mouse 1 and keep switching between targets. Over time, I guess what you can notice is that to improve your accuracy, you got to be faster. So it was one of the biggest tips I got that really helped me for both Pat target switch and of course Vox target switching. Now the scores here for silver rank is 67, gold is 74, platinum is 80, and diamond is 88. Now for Bounce 180 target switching, Voltaic easy. Again, this one was switched more to evasive, but they did leave it prior for speed. Now technically, while this is evasive, it really does help in terms of your overall speed as well. A lot of the Bounce 180 tracking, especially Jumbo, have been utilized for improving your speed and target switching. But I can 100% agree how this is applicable to being evasive. The biggest reason is because it's really hard to track as you're switching between them, especially as they start to curve downwards. What you want to do is sometimes you could get into the flow in this scenario where you just switch as soon as they hit the highest peak of the arc. While it does get you a lower score, focus on tracking the whole way through, as that's going to monumentally improve your aim. So the scores are 50 for silver, 56 for gold, 64 for platinum, and 72 for diamond. Again, this is a wrap-up of the whole series. These scenarios that I shared were provided from the Voltaic community that really helped me, and what I noticed from the benchmarks is that some of them are like the real foundation of Kovacs, and what we covered from all of them, obviously just to recap from the whole series, is dynamic clicking, which is targets that are moving, static clicking, targets that are standing still, which really helps for scenarios like Valorant and CSGO. Tracking precise and reactive are monumental for games like Apex Legends. And of course, target switching where we build up speed, and of course evasive, which is really good for getting your full inches per 360, understanding where to flick to targets, and especially for games like Apex or even Quake, as targets really come from everywhere and anywhere, especially whenever you see Horizon flying up in the air and you got to track to somebody midair, or maybe somebody's right down below you. So there's a lot of verticality, especially where there's verticality in a game. That's where the target switching really does help. Or if the time to eliminate somebody is quite fast and you can switch between multiple targets at once. You see this a lot in COD, you see it a lot in Battlefield. But nonetheless, I really hope that the series was beneficial to you guys. I know I hung on to the very end. I know sometimes the views were higher, sometimes they were lower, but this is something I'm really passionate about. In one scenario that I'm still working on, I kind of started focusing less on the target switching, and I've been working on dynamic clicking. I've been grinding out hard Posse Voltaic. I actually already hit diamond on Posse Voltaic easy. I'm pretty close to hitting masters. I hit about a score of 82. Trying to get 85, only 3 points off, just needing that good run and just kind of create some consistency. Again, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe for the series. In the future, we're going to be covering AIM Labs, more tutorials for Apex Legends. And again, yeah, appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys all next time.